Toddlers! Today we're reading Bluey 5-minute stories. 6 stories in one book? Hooray! We're starting off with Bluey the Pool. It's a hot summer's day, and Bluey wants to know what the family is going to do. Nothing until you've cleaned your teeth, says Mom. But Bluey doesn't want to. That's boring. Boring things are important too, says Mom. Bluey thinks that if boring things were important, then they'd be more fun. Dad bursts in. Let's go for a swim in Uncle Stripe's pool, yells Dad. Yeah, cry the girls. Don't forget the swim stuff, calls Mom. But Bluey, Bingo, and Dad are already rushing out the door and into the car. Mom is such a fusspot. She always makes us do boring things, says Bluey. She does, says Dad. When they get to Uncle Stripe's, Bluey leaps down onto the footpath. It's hot. Bluey and Bingo don't have their sandals. Ow, ow, ee. So Dad ends up carrying them. I'm a giraffe. Then it's time for Bluey and Bingo to put on their rashies and sunscreen. But Dad's forgotten them. Biscuits. We'll just have to stay in the shady bit and we'll put our hats on, says Dad. We'll just have to stay in the shady bit and we'll put our hats on, says Dad. What hats? Asks Bluey. Bluey does a cannonball into the pool. This is going to be fun! Bingo wants to jump in too. Dad, can I have my floaties? She asks. Sorry, Squirt, I didn't bring them, says Dad. Bingo's not sure about the crawly thing either. Bluey wants to swim all the way to the other end of the pool, but she can't go into the sunny bit. You've got no sunscreen on, reminds Dad. Dad, is the shady bit going to get bigger or smaller? Asks Bluey. Bigger for sure, says Dad. I meant smaller, says Dad. The pool doesn't seem that much fun anymore. Dad, I'm bored. Dad, I'm cold. Dad, I'm freezing. Dad, I'm hungry. Dad, I'm starving. Dad, 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 Dad. Okay, can everyone stop saying Dad, says Dad. I think Dad is actually boring. Mom is way more fun, declares Bluey. A warm voice floats into the pool area. Oh, that's nice to hear, says Mom. I brought all the swim stuff you left behind. Mom! Mom! Mom even remembered to bring morning tea. After they've eaten, Mom helps Bluey put on some sunscreen. And Dad helps Bingo with her floaties. So boring things are important sometimes then? Asks Mom. Yes, agrees Bluey. Goggles mean Bluey can play torpedo. Floaties mean Bingo can escape from the crawly thing. And Sinkies take you to the very bottom of the pool, where you can see all sorts of things. Next up we have Bluey, Bingo. Bluey is off to play at Chloe's house. See ya, Bluey, calls Bingo, then turns to Mum. Will you play with me until Bluey gets back? But Mum can't because there's a problem with the toilet she has to fix. Have fun! Who am I going to play with? Asks Bingo. You're gonna play with Bingo, says Mum. Oh yeah, says Bingo. While Mum makes a start on fixing the toilet, Bingo skips into the playroom. Do, what am I going to do? Oh, I'll play doctor. Next patient. Oh yeah, this won't work. I spy with my little eye. Wait, this won't work either. It was rug, by the way. Bingo heads outside to play the railings game, but her leg gets stuck and Mum has to come and help. It happened again. I'm having a problem getting started, Bingo admits. Maybe you're just hungry, suggests Mom. So Bingo heads to the kitchen for a snack. Ooh, raspberries and blueberries. Which one do I want? Beep beep. Hey, do you mind, Fridge? I'm trying to decide. Gobble gobble. Yum. All right, I'm not hungry anymore. Now, what's a game that only needs Bingo? Bingo tries hide and seek, but soon realizes that there's no one to come and find her. She misses Bluey. And Mum still can't play because of the problem with the toilet. Maybe I need a good problem, Bingo wonders. That's it, Bingo, Mum cries. You don't need a game, you need a problem to solve. When Dad returns from dropping off Bluey, Mum asks him if he has a problem for Bingo. Yeah, I do actually, says Dad. On the way to Chloe's house, Bluey wanted to know what color kiwis are. You know, the little furry animals that live in New Zealand. Do you know, Bingo? No, but I know how to find out, she replies, running out of the room. Thanks, says Mum to Dad. Now, can you fix that cracked tile for me? I know what I need for Dad's problem. The world map puzzle. Okay, I'll tip out the pieces and put the colors together. All the blue bits here and the red bits here. While Bingo works on the puzzle, Dad replaces the cracked floor tile. And Mum works out which bit of the toilet flush connects to what. Finished! Wait, not finished. Oh yeah, you're missing New Zealand, says Mum. Oh, not again. No problem, I can find it. Bingo wags her tail and starts to search. Where are you, New Zealand? New Zealand? I know, I'll draw some missing posters for New Zealand. Hello, Fridge. I want to stick a New Zealand poster on you. Beep twice if we can be friends. Beep, beep. Thanks, Fridge. When Bluey gets back from Chloe's house, she gives Bingo a big hug. Bingo, you're missing a puzzle piece, says Bluey, holding up one of the posters. Yeah, New Zealand. Have you seen it? Bingo asks. It's on your bum, Bluey tells her. Oh! Bingo places the last piece to complete the world map puzzle. Look, Bluey, she says. Dad, kiwis are brown, Bluey gasps. Hooray! And Mum has finally fixed the toilet too. Hooray! Thanks, Mum. Thanks, Bingo. Bingo and Mum answer together. No problem. Up next we have Bluey Charades. Bluey, Bingo, Muffin, and Socks are visiting one of their favorite places, Nana's house. Hooray! Nana gives them ice blocks. Bluey asks why they get lots of ice blocks at Nana's house, but hardly any at their house. Nana is about to answer when Bingo interrupts. Let's play charades! What's charades? Muffin asks. It's easy, says Bluey as they settle on the couch. First, you pick a card, then you act out the picture. Muffin and Socks don't understand all the rules, but Nana will help them play. Bluey takes the first card from the box. Ooh, a duck. She begins acting out what's on the card by bending her arms and waddling about. Everyone calls out their guesses. Eagle, ibis, bush turkey, roof, squirrel. Finally, Bingo gets it right. Duck! Hooray! Cries everyone. It's Bingo's turn next, but Muffin grabs the box of cards. I want a turn. Why don't you watch one more, Muffin? Nana says. Okay, Nana, says Muffin, but she really wants to have a go. Bingo picks a card. Ooh, this is a good one. Bingo's arms swing up around her head. A circle, a donut, the sun. No, no, no. Muffin has a guess, then another, but she still isn't right. And Socks doesn't know either. Ruff! Squirrel! Chicken! The littles are finding it hard. Then Bluey gets it. I know! Ballerina! Good one, Bluey. Socks feels sad because she hasn't guessed anything, but Nana gives her a big hug. Never mind, Socks. Finally, it's Muffin's turn. She picks out a card. I don't want to be a frog. I want to be a ballerina, Muffin says loudly. Muffin, you have to use the card you picked up, says Bluey. Now Muffin stomps her feet. I want to be a ballerina. Nana whispers to Bluey, let's play along for the littlies, okay? Okay, Nana, says Bluey. She gets the ballerina card from the box. I need a tutu, shouts Muffin. Bluey and Bingo search the dress-up box. They find lots of fun things, and then they find a tutu. I need ballerina music, Muffin screams. Everyone sighs. Muffin. But Nana has an idea. Bluey, Bingo, come with me. In the bedroom, she shows Bluey and Bingo a beautiful music box. This was my Nana's. You had a Nana? They ask. They didn't know Nana had a Nana. Oh yes, she was the nicest Nana you would ever want to meet. Everyone is ready to watch. Nana starts the music. Muffin starts to dance. She loves being a ballerina. Hey, Nana, whispers Bingo. Should we pretend we don't know what she is? Good idea, Bingo. Because we have to take care of the littlies, says Bluey with a wink. Can you guess what I was? Asks Muffin. Says Bingo. Says Bluey. What could you be? Says Nana. And then Socks shouts out an answer. Ballerina! Next up we have Bluey, Hammerbarn. This house is falling apart, says Mum as a gutter falls down from the roof. It's just got character, says Dad. Hey, Dad, Bluey says. Bingo's watermelon is redder than mine. It's not fair. Oh, well, the grass is always greener on the other side of the fence, explains Dad. What does that mean? Hey, Bandit, yells Lucky's dad from the other side of the fence. Check it out, new pizza oven. Pretty sweet, eh? I just got it from Hammerbarn. Dad stares at the pizza oven. We're going to Hammerbarn. Gee, his lawn's looking green, says Mum. Yeah. Hammerbarn. Hey, mate, where are your pizza ovens? Dad asks the Hammerbarn guy. Aisle 300, left at the fake grass. If you hit a flamingo, you've gone too far. Mum, Bluey, and Bingo head to the garden section. Trolley! Mum puts a box of bamboo sticks in the middle of the trolley. Ooh, Bingo, these two areas can be our houses, says Bluey. Yeah, agrees Bingo. This is my yard, and that's yours. Mum puts a couple of garden gnomes in the trolley. Ooh, you can be my husband. This is Gerald. This is Hecuba. I'm going to do some yard work, says Hecuba, holding a shovel. But Bluey's gnome doesn't have a shovel. Mom, Bingo's husband is better than mine, complains Bluey. Hello, new husband. Just try to be happy with what you've got, Mum suggests, but she replaces Bluey's garden gnome. Next, Mum puts a box of fairy lights in Bingo's yard and one in Bluey's yard. Ooh, this can be our pizza ovens. Mum hands Bingo a pizza flipper. Bluey wants one too. We don't need to. Try swapping something with Bingo, suggests Mum. But Bingo doesn't want to swap. What about if I give you my husband? Asks Bluey. No thanks, says Bingo. Cook, 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 flip. But that pizza flipper is all I want in the whole world, says Bluey. Okay, says Bingo sadly. Mum puts a pizza stone in the trolley. A dining table, Bingo gasps. Now Bluey wants to swap the pizza flipper for Bingo's dining table. No way! Bingo, I want a turn! Until... Hecuba! Bluey? This is what happens when you're unhappy with what you've got. Someone's husband eventually gets it, says Mum. You can't just get new stuff all the time, says Mum. Why not? asks Bluey. Because stuff costs money. There's no magical place where everything's just free, explains Mum. Bluey, yells Bingo. Look! It's everything we want, says Bingo. Are these all for free? asks Bluey. Yes, says Mum. They're all for free. Bluey and Bingo now have everything they want. Bluey's yard has a pool, while Bingo's yard is made of gold. Isn't it nice having everything? Yes, it is. Just try not to get used to it, okay? Says Mum. Oh, says Bluey, it's that lady who said we can't have everything we want. Suddenly, the trolley stops. What's that tooting? asks Bingo. Ah, we're at the checkout. Don't take my dining table, yells Bingo. Gerald! She's taking my husband, yells Bluey. Bluey, relax. Bluey and Bingo loved their houses and are sad to see them taken apart. I guess nothing lasts forever, says Mum. Hey, would you kids like to try my beeper? asks the shop assistant. Yes, please, says Bluey. Can I have a turn? Bingo asks Bluey. Yeah, here you go. That night, Dad cooks ham and pineapple pizza in his brand new pizza oven. Okay, kids, are you ready for the best pizza you've ever tasted? We'll see about that, murmurs Mum. Yeah! Ta-da! Looks a bit bodgy, says Dad. No, it's just got character, reassures Mum. Hey, yours is bigger than mine, says Bluey. But that's fine. Hey, mate, have a go at this, says Dad, handing Lucky's dad a slice of ham and pineapple over the fence. Oh yeah, swappy for a meat lovers. Oh my goodness, Mum says. This is the best pizza I've ever tasted. Yeah! Well done, Hammerbarn. Well done. Next up, we have Bluey Typewriter. At school, Bluey is being a story writer. Chloe comes to tell her that it's time for a story with Calypso. Tick, 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 ching! Tick, 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 ching! Everyone sits up straight to listen. Snickers tries, but oops. Calypso begins. There once was an old dog who had sat on a chest by the side of the road for all his life, begging for treats. One day, a gnome came by and said to the old dog, "Have you tried opening that chest you sit on to see what's inside?" "Oh, no, of course not. There's nothing inside," said the old dog. "It is empty." "Can I sit next to you, Coco?" says Winton. He sits right up close to her. Winton is a space invader. The gnome insisted that the old dog open the chest, and when he did, he discovered that it was full of treats. Bluey doesn't think the story makes sense, so she decides to write a new one with a better ending. But when she and Chloe get back to the typewriter, it's gone. "Hey, where'd the real typewriter go?" "I'll go ask Calypso," says Bluey. "I can't be a story writer without a real typewriter." On her way to find Calypso, Bluey sees Snickers. He looks sad. "Hey, Snickers, what's wrong?" "Everyone else has learned to sit except me." "But you're a sausage dog," says Bluey. "It's going to take you longer." "Because you're longer." "I hate being a sausage dog," Snickers moans. Bluey suggests that Snickers comes to find Calypso to see if she can help them both. On the way, they bump into Winton. He looks sad, too. "Hey, Winton, what's wrong?" "Everyone keeps running away from me." "Why don't you come to see Calypso with us?" asks Bluey. "Maybe she can help." "Okay," says Winton. "I'll follow you." The three friends head off until they are stopped by the terriers. They are playing a game. "Hey, we're shooting bows and arrows at you," the terriers say when Bluey, Snickers, and Winton don't fall over. "Not real ones," says Snickers. "Please, can you pretend that they're pretend real?" "Okay," Bluey says. She yells to Snickers and Winton, "Arrows! Get down!" They race away from the pretend real arrows. "Snickers, you sneak around them through those skinny trees," Bluey says, "and then wait at the top of the hill to do you know what." "I'm coming! Where are you?" Snickers sneaks through the skinny trees as the terrier tries to spot him. But Snickers' sausage shape keeps him hidden. Meanwhile, Bluey has an idea for getting past one of the other terriers. "Ask him a question," she tells Winton, "and then he'll run away." Winton is confused. Why would he run away if I asked a question? "Because you're a space invader. It's someone who stands too close." Winton gives it a go. "Are you gluten-free?" "Winton, not so close." "Just tell me, are you gluten-free?" "Ah!" It works. The last terrier has them trapped, but Winton has an idea. "Use this shield," he says, handing Bluey a pretend real shield. "Okay," says Bluey. "Hang on." Ping! Badoing! Ping! Badoing! Ping! They escape and scare the terrier away. Bluey and Winton run away up the hill, but the terrier soon chase them. Bluey shouts to Snickers, "Snickers, now! Sausage roll! I love being a sausage dog." "Good one, Snickers," Bluey and Winton shout. Then Bluey laughs. "Hey, Winton, look! Winton isn't standing close. I'm not a space invader." Finally, Bluey asks Calypso where the real typewriter has gone. "It's around here somewhere," says Calypso. "Hey, how did you get past the terriers?" "I used a shield," says Bluey. "See? Ting, ting." "That's a nice shield. Okay, typewriter. Where is it?" Calypso smiles. "What if I asked you to show me a typewriter?" Bluey shows Calypso a pretend real typewriter, just like she used the pretend real shield to escape the terriers. Tick, 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 ching! "That's a lovely typewriter, isn't it?" says Calypso. Thanks, Calypso, says Bluey as she races off. I'm going to write my story now. It is a lovely typewriter, and Bluey will always have it with her. Next up, we have Bluey Baby Race. Bluey, Bingo, and Mom are at the playground. Bluey wants to know if she is better at the monkey bars than Bingo. Well, you are 2 years older than her, Bluey, says Mom. Am I better than judo? asks Bluey. Bluey, Mom says, just run your own race. Huh? What does that mean? Bluey asks. Come here, Mom smiles. Have I told you the story of when you took your first steps? No. It all started when you were still a baby. You learned to roll over really early, explains Mom. Bandit, she rolled over. She's not meant to do that for ages. Were you proud of me for rolling over so soon? asked Bluey. Yes, says Mom. A little too proud. I think I may have turned into a bit of a show-off. Oh, I've never heard of a baby rolling over that early. I know. She's just special. But then one day at Mother's group, Judo sat up all by herself. Oh goodness, that's very early to be sitting. Oh well, you know, it's not a race. But it was a race, says Bluey. A baby race, shouts Bingo. I don't know what got into me, Mom admits, but I was determined I'd get you walking before Judo. There you go. Steady. Bandit, she's sitting. But by the time Bluey was sitting, Judo was crawling. Goodness, I just can't keep track of her. Judo beat you again, says Bingo. And just what did you do about this? asked Bluey. I tried my best, says Mom. Come on, Bluey, crawl to Mama. You can do it. You can do it. Did I do it? asked Bluey. Did I crawl? Not exactly. Why was I rolling? asked Bluey. I don't know, kid. You didn't come with instructions. The doctor said there was nothing to worry about. Some babies just roll before they crawl. But I wasn't having that. 99 bottles of thing on the wall. We tried to show you how to crawl. How good is crawling? It's better than rolling. Did I do it? asked Bluey. Did Bluey crawl? asked Bingo. Nope, Mom says with a laugh. You were a bum shuffler. Meanwhile, Judo was pulling herself up on furniture, which is the step right before walking. You were definitely not winning the baby race, says Bingo. We kept trying. Did she crawl? asked Bingo. Yes, says Mom. Backward. None of it mattered, though, says Mom. Oh, Judo's walking. Judo had won the baby race. Were you upset with me because I lost the baby race? Bluey asks. No, sweetie, says Mom. We were all learning to do things for the first time. I just felt like I was doing everything wrong. But one day, Coco's mom came over to see me, says Mom. We chatted for a while, and then she showed me a photo. Are these all your children? I thought Coco was your first. Wow, you must have learned a thing or two. I have, and there's something you need to know. You're doing great. Are they happy tears, Mom? says Bingo. Yeah, honey. They're happy tears, says Mom. From then on, I decided to run my own race. Woohoo! Bluey wins! So, did Bluey ever learn to walk? asked Bingo. Yes, honey, in the kitchen, says Mom. Why did I decide to walk in the kitchen? asked Bluey. I don't know, sweetie, says Mom. Bingo thinks. Maybe you saw something you wanted. Aw. That's the end of our 6 Bluey stories. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time. Thank you so much for reading with me. Goodbye.